Welcome, 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 all you horror and sci-fi buffs out there in entertainment land. It is time for the first episode ever of Fear and Fascination, Horror and Sci-Fi Unleashed. We'll be coming at you live every Saturday from 4 to 5 p.m. Pacific Time. That's 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. Get Real Global TV, Get Real Global Radio, KGRL, and we're on Twitch, of course. Check us out, our Get Real Global TV channels on both of those, YouTube and on Twitch. And you can also check us out on all of our Facebook, Instagram, and X accounts. We are the FFHSFU podcast. Just shorten it. None of these ones want to give you too many, fucking syllables to spell out. Alright, we're going to bring on, this is your hostess with the mostest, Jennifer DeVoe Muse, of course, bringing entertainment to you every week. We're going to bring on the lovely, sultry songstress, Amy Bowman.
Hey!
Ooh, hell yeah. Woo. And we've got Mark White, a.k.a. Dark Mark, the dark comedian in the house. Woo!
Yes.
What's up?
Hey,
Oh, hi. Hi, sultry one.
Yeah, see? The sultry one. That's what I'm saying.
See how sultry it gets tonight.
Oh, we're going to get extra sultry. Oh, yeah. You know me. You know me.
A little saucy before the show, too. A little salty.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I love it. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody good?
Yeah. Yeah, good day. Good day so far.
Awesome. How's your day going, Mark?
It's okay. I went by one of your old haunts last night. I went to the Rainbow for my friend Layla's birthday. And,
happy birthday to your friend.
So I got to time travel and get stuck in 1989 and see a lot of guys in leather pants looking like they were in the Skid Row video. So I try to
Oh my gosh!
I don't do that every weekend like a lot of my friends. I do it like once every 6 months just to remind myself. I don't know where you get spandex pants in 2024, but apparently
Amazon.
They're not really okay because they're not in Walmart.
Amy knows.
And my bulge is a little too big for that. I don't want to be distracting. So
I think that's what it is.
So is my ass and my guns. My ass and my guns too. So that would be another thing. So it's like you don't know what it's like. It's like a sack of oranges. It doesn't. People don't know what's going, where things are going, where. So that's.
I
just wore jeans.
70s. Bring back those pants from the 70s. You never had to know.
This is like straight up Motley Crue, David Lee Roth stuff.
Nice.
The 70s is too. Yeah, no. If you said 70s, these people were like, no, that's too old. We want rat stuff. We want
So tight. That's why they hit those high notes. That is why they hit the high notes. Their pants are so fucking tight.
And that also explains why in the 90s. They stopped wearing those, and then everybody started singing lower, like Pearl Jam and Pantera, and
Yeah, their real voices came through. Axl Rose dropped 10 octaves.
That's not all he dropped.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a whole nother podcast, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're talking horror, so you're talking about Axl Rose.
Oh, that is horror. Oh, God. Imagine that being really fat like that and trying to shimmy across the stage.
I could never imagine being fat.
Oh, me either.
Like Axl Rose is as fat as he's like skinnier than me at my skinniest, so.
Me too. I'm just talking hateful shit. I don't know why. I love Axl. So I secretly want to.
Well, I know. There's no secret about that. You're just hateful. That's how it is. That's why people are here for fear and fascination. So
Exactly,
you're afraid and fascinated by Axl Rose in equal measure.
Yes, yes. I just scared for those people in the audience when he went to shimmy off the stage and he landed on them. That's horrifying. It's horrifying.
I don't remember that, but I'm just trying to see what would happen if we found the sultry one in his audience. And,
No way.
Right?
You never
The
know.
sultry one in the audience. All right. Well, we're here for Fear and Fascination to bring on our featured guest tonight, which is none other than Punchy the Clown from the Killjoy movie series, Al Burke. Woo!
Hello, everybody. Hello.
It is
Hi.
Punchy. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very good. How about good to see all of you?
Yeah,
we're wearing a
Nice to
Motley
meet
Crue
you.
shirt appropriately
I
enough.
know. You hear you're
Right?
talking old school, and I am old
I
school.
love that. I love that. It's kind of like almost like a horror theme there with the skull and the yeah. That's pretty badass. I like it. Oh man, dude, I fucking love your backdrop too. Hell yeah,
love that.
perfect for the horror. I love it. I
That
love
stays
it.
up almost year round because so many people are into horror, Halloween
Yeah.
year round, and yeah, why not?
Yeah. I mean, oh my god, dude, I was looking at the makeup they put on you for Punchy. Jesus Christ, I was like, that poor man.
Well, Punchy 3, we filmed in China. And my
wow.
my mask was a two-piece. I had it around my face and then the rest of the head, and it was just such a problem. Number one, trying to get around the big old mustache. And
right.
they actually asked if I'd shave. I'm like, no, sorry.
Like fuck no.
I'll go to China. I won't shave a mustache.
Mustache rise. Hello, I mean, here's the king.
I'll even eat a
Flavor
dog.
saver.
I'll even eat a dog, but I won't shave my fucking stash. Oh.
But anyways, yeah, it's all good, and yeah, Punchy has been awesome. I love them, and I'm in currently. We'll be bringing Punchy back to life. Should be
Holy
appearing
shit.
sometime the end of the year. It will
Yeah.
not be in the Killjoy series. The owner of the Killjoy movies, dickhead, doesn't like Killjoy. He doesn't like the whole series,
What?
even though we've made him a shitload of money.
Yeah.
He doesn't want any more Killjoys. And one of the fans actually
Okay.
asked him, I think it was like down southeast somewhere, like Florida, asked him, when's the next Killjoy movie? And he goes, never. He goes, I'll never do
Wow.
anything one. And so, what can we do?
Interesting.
He does not own the Killjoy character. The writer-creator, John Lachago, never had to sign off the character. So he's given me the right to promote Killjoy out in the movie. So in Clown Motel 3, Killjoy will be making his first comeback in whatever, 5-6 years. And we'll see what happens. I haven't seen the script yet, but I've already okayed that Punchy is coming back.
Fuck yes.
Oh, cool.
I'm
That's awesome.
excited. Dude, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
Back to the makeup. After the two-piece, they went to a full head mask for 4 and 5, and
Right.
that made it a lot easier, but a lot more difficult.
Okay.
In the fourth one, the mask was glued to a T-shirt, so the only way I could get it off was to take the shirt off with the mask, and that became a nightmare. Plus, you sweat a ton on these masks because the only holes are here, 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 and the ears.
Oh,
and that's it.
damn.
So your head does not breathe, so it just drips and you can feel it running down. Plus, Punchy wears a sumo suit under
Oh,
his
wow.
Punchy suit. So yeah, extremely hot and difficult. But anyways, that's the life of
Damn.
Punchy.
Wow. The shit you gotta go through to fucking make this stuff. People don't even realize all the stuff that goes into just making a movie, but like all the scenes you have to film, the special effects, there's a lot. The poor actors in costumes like that.
Well,
Costumes, makeup.
quick
Right?
story: in China, when we're filming Killjoy 3, we had three 3 tables. It was one long table, sectioned 3 ways. I take Killjoy and slam him into the table, and it doesn't break. Later, Killjoy hits me with his big hammer. I fly through the air, and basically, I did a blind back fall off a 12-foot ladder onto a table with no padding. So, knowing it's not going to feel good, I had the craft service girl freeze 6 bottles of water, so I laid there on the floor for probably 2 hours while they filmed all around me, just to make sure that I got comfortable and stuff. And China was a little humid, even though we were in an air-conditioned studio. But laying on a concrete floor that low with ice on me was perfect.
Wow.
Anyway.
Which is how you got a stunt credit for that.
Well, that one, I had many credits before that, and actually the director and I argued over it because he has done stunts himself, and John Lachago says, I don't want you doing this, you're going to get hurt. And I told him, Hong Kong is here watching us. Hong Kong is the biggest, baddest ass stunt guys out there. They'll do anything. I go, let me do my job. So he finally agreed, and did it hurt? Oh, hell yeah. But and also I couldn't feed any padding under the table because as soon as I hit this table, it collapsed. The tablecloth flipped up, and you could see there was nothing underneath it. If I would have had padding, then you would have seen there was padding there, and it was all planned. I didn't want that. So I'm more of the practical type of stunts, and that's what I did.
Whew.
That's crazy.
Wow.
People assume he's a wrestler. He's done that before. Let's just have him do it.
Right.
I haven't done anything that high or that stuff, but it's all we have a pretty good idea how to fall. It's a question of whether we do it right, and human nature. Sometimes we don't. I actually had on the three tables on the crease between 2 of them. The one I was going to go through, and the hard one right next to it, I put a plate on there. We had metal plates on this thing. We were going to eat the young girl that I basted. Cute young thing, and I basted her, and we had her to eat. She's up on the table, stark ass naked with an apple.
Damn.
I love Killjoy, please. But anyways, I put this plate right on the seam of the 2 tables. So if I fell too far and hit that next table, it would have carved my head open. So the plate would have given me a big bump, but it wouldn't have probably cut me. And luckily, I hit it perfectly where the seam, this table disappeared, the plate just flipped over from the air. So I hit it perfect, thank you, God. And was able to walk away after 2 hours on the floor.
Wow. And you did it only in one take, though, I'm assuming, right?
He would only let me.
I would hope so.
I had to hit it perfect. I did. I was happy. It looked great in the movie. That's the bottom line. So the fans look at something and go, "Oh shit, that must have hurt." It's kind of like some of the stuff we do in wrestling. Stupid.
Yeah.
But yet we have to entertain the fans, and the sad part is everybody wants more. Give me better. Give me better. Give me better.
Yeah.
So this was Punchy's big time, and I was happy. I mean, would I do it again? Probably not. But Punchy's kind of the movable object. He's a huge monster clown, and I might have to.
Well, that's the one thing that Al and I have in common. I went drinking last night, and I got up after 2 hours on the floor, so we have that in common now.
I can tell you stories about those days, but it wasn't
I'll bet. I was watching a thing today, and I know this is veering off into horror sci-fi, but if you allow me, I didn't know that you did a wrestling match with Andre the Giant, who apparently was the biggest drinker ever. There's one on YouTube that I watched, and you didn't even get into it, but.
I had already wrestled that night, and they just needed me to stand in there. And it was a really good friend of mine that was my partner, and he comes over to the corner, and I'm like, nah, not tonight, sorry. The fans were hating on me. I loved it.
But apparently, Andre the Giant could drink like 100 beers in one setting.
Well, he does wine, and he'll do 2 big ass bottles of wine before he goes out and wrestles. But he's done that since probably, adolescence, so it's no big deal to him. And plus, 500 and some pounds. He could handle it. Andre, nice guy though. Very sorry to lose him.
Yeah, and you're a big guy. I've stood next to you, and you look like a child next to him. And but before we get back to horror, I do want to say, I also saw 2 matches because you were known in the wrestling world as a jobber.
Yeah,
which people say pejoratively but the jobbers have the hardest job. I saw you wrestling the Ultimate Warrior and Dusty Rhodes. Those are on YouTube. You did all the work. You're flopping around and they're doing nothing, or not nothing, but they're just throwing you, and then you're like all over the place.
All over the place.
We had a talk with Roddy Piper just before, about a week before he died, and he was thanking me for everything I did. And I'm like, dude, I was just a jobber. He goes, no, you made us look good out there. You went out there, you did your job, you made us look big and strong. And that was what we got paid to do. And, somebody like Ultimate Warrior had no problem pressing me over his head, and I was 240 at the time. So Jim was extremely strong, and I didn't even have help.
Yeah, that was impressive. Well, no, there's one thing where I think it's Dusty Rhodes like flips you over a rope, and he does nothing. He just like does this, and you're like all over the place. That was work. He didn't do any work. You did the work.
That was one of my specialties. Yeah, I did that for many of the guys in the WWF. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, those are the biggest stars ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell people, I have no problem losing to some of the biggest, baddest guys in all the world.
Right.
In the pro wrestling world. So, and it was part of me paying my dues and working my way up. And eventually I ended up winning 16 different championships. So I learned me something along the way.
Right. Exactly.
And now you get beat up by a clown.
Clown on clown violence.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, a true story. I actually, when I was like in my early 20s, I actually worked at the Fresno airport, and Andre the Giant used to come fly out of the Fresno airport all the time, and I met him several times over.
Big man, isn't he?
He was huge. Like, whoa. I didn't know you could make people like that. But
Giants.
Nothing more exciting than that. That's it.
Exactly. So, have you ever had to do stunts in any other horror movies?
Oh yeah. I'm doing a lot of stunts, mostly driving now. Not so much in horror movies, but in what do you call it? Music videos and stuff.
Okay.
I just did a stunt on Black Veil Brides, just came out about a month ago.
Ooh,
I get my throat sliced there, and then dumped out of the barber's chair backwards down a chute to the floor.
Like Sweetie Todd.
Yes, exactly. And we actually were hanging upside down. We did wire work, and they didn't use any of that in the actual video. But no, the video was cool. I mean, there was only 3 of us. We were like authority figures. I was the cop, one guy was the judge, and one guy was the minister or priest. And we all get our throats sliced and dumped and all that. And then Adam, the lead singer from the group, ends up getting his throat sliced by what I believe was himself as a child.
Oh, wow.
Deeper.
Deep level.
So we're going to show you, we're not really sure where we can other than our own site. But anyways, that I just had one come out 2 days ago for a day to remember, and that was just a driving one. We're chasing the bad guys in the car, and we were playing like Dukes of Hazzard. I mean, we were on a dirt road. Sometimes we got air, going as fast as we could. So things like that. So not so much in the physical stunts as much as in the driving stunts now, but.
That's cool.
Whatever they ask for, I'm happy to do. I mean, I remember way back when I thought, it'd be really cool to be a stuntman. And then I got my first job and got paid for it. I'm like, cool, I guess I'm a stuntman now. And then I got another one. Now I think I'm probably up to, 60 or 70 credits just as a stunt guy. So I'm happy.
Right.
So Al, I am curious because I mean when you go to horror conventions and I don't know if people recognize you as Punchy, but people definitely recognize you from all the independent horror movies you've done.
Yeah.
But what does the general public when they stop you on the street? What do they recognize you for? I'm guessing it's the Eminem video.
That is one. I actually did 2 of his videos.
But yeah, Without Me was like the big, really big.
That
one.
was his comeback video, and he ended up getting MTV Music Video of the Year for that.
Because
and
of
then
you.
about 4 or 5 years later was Ass Like That, and I was the
Right.
top in 4 different scenes.
That's
yeah.
goes with Jennifer's screen. That's like that. So yeah, okay.
He can't hear. He can't hear. Thank God.
Thank goodness.
But I would say
Wedding Singer, maybe.
Wedding Singer's up there.
Oh, yeah.
Music videos, because I've done probably somewhere between 7, 8, maybe 900 music videos now that I've done.
Belly Ache by Billie Eilish. I watch that one all the time.
Actually, Billy's fans on Instagram, I got about 15 to 20,000 fans that are following me because of Billy.
Hell yeah.
You know, I ended up getting like 10,000 because of Cardi B. I was on her album cover. So all these different things, you know, it definitely comes around. But I was, you know, the conventions, wrestling and Wedding Singer are really the top 2.
Wow.
Punchy was not up there very well, and I was surprised.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, the end of I'm doing a
yeah, your face is covered, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
And is it true that David Lee Roth was supposed to be the guy in the Wedding Singer? I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yes. The original script that I read for was David Lee Roth, Girls, all that. Cool. And once I got the part and they sent me the script, I mean, it was kind of cool. I got the part like later afternoon. That night by like 9 o'clock, I had a script at my door. Personal courier brought it over. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Nice.
And look at that.
And right there, it's like Billy, well, okay, that makes sense. You know, white wedding, all that kind of stuff. So
Right.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool.
Well, that is cool.
Now, quick side note on the Billy Idol thing. When we finished the movie, they have a wrap party for everybody. So there's like 50 people from the cast and crew. Billy was there with Adam and his whole band, and gave us a private concert for like 2 hours.
Wow.
Adam played along. I had no idea Adam was that good. He did he played along perfect. It's like he was part of the band. He was that good. But yeah, you know, I'm sitting there thinking, wow, this is really freaking cool.
That would be.
It's going to be like overtime. That was the only to say, Killjoy's parties are much smaller.
Oh yeah, yeah. So how I met Al Burke was by doing Alien Danger with Raven Van Slender, being on the red carpet movie premiere, which I brought Mr. Dark Mark down there to hang out with us so he could, you know, cover stuff for his show. And, you know, it was a lot of fun. It was just awesome meeting you. And, like, that's how I kind of got brought into the world of James Balsamo and all of the horror and sci-fi that he does. And that's, you know what I mean? It was just such amazing people down there. And I kept running into people I know, like Carl Crew, you know, Blood Diner, you know what I mean? So, like, I kept running into people I know. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is Al Burke, Mr. Outrageous. What the fuck is he doing down here? And then I'm like, he's in the movie? Oh my God, this is going to be fucking awesome. I was really excited when I saw you. I was like, Punchy the fucking clown? No! I'm sorry. I was like awestruck when I saw you. I was like, I gotta get a picture taken with him.
James Balsamo, unfortunately or fortunately, he will never let me be a cop in any of his things because I'm a cop everywhere else.
Oh.
So
You are a cop everywhere else.
yeah. So he makes me something else, and yeah. So I was a couple of different characters in the in that crazy series with all the aliens
Right.
and stuff. And yeah, I actually have 4 arms in the Van Schlender series.
I love those movies.
Yeah. James is a very bizarre, way out there kind of director, creator, and his
Oh,
fun
yeah?
thing is we never have a script. We show up,
Oh.
say this, say that, do this, do that. That's it. We have no
Really?
idea what the whole movie is until we actually see the movie. And times, because we'll be like 99% done, and I just met this guy from this band. I'm getting him in the movie, so he has to go back and shoot more to put him in the movie. So,
and all the movies are filmed in his backyard. I don't mean
a lot of them, like 99% are, yeah.
Really? But that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
It is, but like James has moved on. He's done some green screen where we went in, and part of that, I ended up getting beat up by, I forget her name in the thing, but it was Jackie Felton. She was like the Indian princess, and she hits me, and I fly through the air. So I was wired up, hits me, boom, we fly away. Fun kind of things like that. So James has moved into more cooler stunts, getting away from just the corniness of what he did in his backyard. But no, he's definitely climbing the ladder. He sells a ton of movies.
Yeah.
I think they all go to like Walmart or something and Kmart and things like that. But he's making a living. Can't fault the guy for that.
He's on Amazon Prime. He's like, his movies are all over the friggin' place. I was like, I went to the Walmart one time and I saw a couple of his movies there. And I was like, fuck yeah. I texted him. I was like, James, I'm at the Walmart in Maine. I just saw a couple of your fucking movies, dude. That was awesome.
And Al will back me up. He and his love and Aaron, they throw the best parties.
Oh yeah, they're so super nice. Both James and Aaron are two of the nicest fucking people on the planet.
Oh, they are.
They really are.
They've
employed several of my artists.
The movie's going to pop out, after those parties. You're in the backyard barbecuing, and then now you're fighting aliens. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Right?
Wait, I got a great idea. Let me get my camera. We're going to shoot more and add it in.
Well, I always love James because he employs my artists. I do artist management, so like, thank you for employing my artists. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I got like three of my people were in there, so I'm happy. Thank you.
Like I said, it's a crazy ride with him, but you know that going in, and you just go for have fun and enjoy.
Hell yeah.
That's good. You might be doing a scene with Eric Roberts, or you might be doing a scene with Dark Mark. You never know.
Yeah.
Very true.
I've done a couple with Roberts already, so yeah, I guess we got to work together, dude.
we will. We will soon. We will soon.
What kind of scenes have you done, Dark Mark? I'm sorry.
I played a vampire in one of his movies, and
fuck yes.
I've done a couple Balsamo
dude,
movies.
I could totally see you. I could totally see you as a fucking vampire, dude.
Yeah, I can.
I so could. You would make the perfect vampire.
Literally, all you need is a cape on right now.
I know, right?
It's in the closet. I'm gonna come out of the closet soon, but. But Al, does it bother you being typecast as cops, or the more the merrier? You love it.
I'm just happy to be working. I received an award last year over in Vegas. It's called the Reel Award, REEL, for movie reel. Mm-hmm. And when it was brought to my attention, it said the number one person that's received this award was Judo Gene LaBelle. And on IMDb, he has, I think it's like 300 credits. And second place was Rowdy Roddy Piper with like 100 points.
Okay.
So you're right in between them, and you're actually closer to LaBelle. Really? So you know, kind of surprised at that, but I just wanted to be a working guy. I'm not looking for the big parts. I don't want to be the main character in your show. Give me one, two, three, a handful of lines. I'm good. Give me a stunt, even better. I'm more of a physical actor. I'm just happy to always be working, and even today, I'm probably 1 to 2 jobs a week, year round.
Nice.
So
That's great.
back before the pandemic and stuff, I was 2 to 3 jobs a week. So I was 100 to 150 jobs a year, and probably
Nice.
80% of them were cops. So no, I don't have a problem playing a cop. I own all my own uniforms. I've made uniforms for movies, because they wanted something different, and because I've got the resources, I can do that. And but I can walk right in and I can buy real LAPD stuff, or real LA County Sheriff, or real CHP, NYPD. I mean, I can get everything, which is a benefit to many smaller companies, production companies can't or don't know how.
That
And
would be.
And even a lot of the costume designers, they can go rent it, but they can't go out and make it or buy it normally. Yeah, no problem. Give me a week, I'll have it. No, it's been my bread and butter, and I'm very happy. It's paid my bills for years.
It seems like it.
And have you ever been pulled over with the cop uniform in the car?
We are actually not allowed to have the uniform inside the cab. That has to be locked in
the trunk. Okay, gotcha.
With our weapon, we have a lot of rules.
That makes sense.
I actually have my blue stripe hat, signifying police, and I did get pulled over by CHP. This was probably about 4 years ago. And I walked up and he goes, "Sir, please slow down. Thank you," and walked away. CHP never does that. But I had my blue stripe on. I told people, this is my get out of jail free card. I'm driving. We're always driving fast. So it was, but I'm very respectful to them. On camera, we try to never do anything to disgrace them. Way back when, I had one spot, a music video, where I pulled up onto the sidewalk blocking a young black man walking down the sidewalk, got him to his knees, shot him in the head, laughed, wiped the gun off on his shirt, put it back in. Then later in the video, I do a felony stop with my police car, and somebody in the back seat shoots me. So part of the video, I get my justice. But we decided, no, that's just too far. We don't need to push it that far, so we stopped doing things like that. And I was probably the last one to do something like that. So no, very seldom ever. But I mean, like Snoop Dogg, I've gotten out of my car, pulled my baton, and it's funny. It's like, oh, here we go again. You've been there before. You're like, yep, many times. So working with a lot of the bigger, especially the rappers, because they want the cops. They feel we're beating them up and killing them, and that's what they feel their life is, and that's why we get cash.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Have you ever played a cop in a horror movie or sci-fi movie?
Yeah, I've been in a lot of sci-fis where I've been the cop, investigating a lot of recreation TV shows, where. In fact, I just saw a picture where I'm with it was like a white poodle, and they put blood on it. I opened the door, and the poodle comes running to me. So I had to get the poodle to behave right, and the poodle came over, saw me at the door, and then led me off to the crime scene.
Oh,
wow. It was very cool, things like that. So I get a lot of that kind of stuff in the recreation world, too. I mean, I actually did one. I've got the uniform hanging here from Mobile, Alabama, where the dash cam for the cop, you could see him pulling over this car, the lights are flashing in the rear window. All of a sudden you see the rear window disappear as the bad guys are shooting out at the cop. So you see the cop go bam, 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 and hit the driver while being shot at, driving. They crashed, and then we did the recreation where each one of us had our role, and I forget which officer I was, but I ran over and helped pull out the driver and then cuff him and haul him away. So we actually got to watch the video, and then we got to recreate it. So that was a little eerie, but hey, that's what we did. That's kind of the fun stuff. And they let us keep the uniforms afterwards.
Wow.
Not that I'll ever use a Mobile, Alabama uniform again.
You don't want to move to Mobile, Alabama?
In Alabama many times.
They talk about horror.
Yeah, it's kind of horror there. They only believe in one thing, Big Red, and it's not that Big Red.
Not the kind of Big Red you want.
No.
That's for sure.
So that answer your question there, sir?
I think Jennifer asked the question, but I got another question. No offense, Jennifer, but
I do sound like a dude.
There's the punchy makeup, but in the Ass Like That video, they made a puppet of you. How was that? And did you have to do anything for them to do it properly, or did they just do it freehand?
The interesting part is that we didn't find out until we were actually partway through the video, and that one I shot for 3 days for Eminem because I was in 4 different scenes. Well, we finally asked the puppeteers, and we watched them, and they watched us like hawks. Everything we did, like if I held my baton a certain way, they made the puppet hold that baton the same way. So they're doing all that, and finally we asked us, can we buy these puppets? He goes, oh, no. And I go, well, you made them to look like us, and they laugh. They go, no, we cast you because you look like our puppets. They were crank. Remember Crank Anchor? Crank Anchor?
Yeah. Crank Anchors, yeah.
I never watched it, but that's what they were, and they cast me because I looked like that puppet. But they wouldn't sell us the puppet. But one thing
it looked like a crank anchor.
One thing
you could have just stole it.
Was that they brought the girl puppets with, and they did puppet porn.
Was the owl puppet?
Oh no, he was banging the chick from behind all the way. No,
nice.
He used the nightstick, and he went to town.
Nice. Puppet porn.
No, we can't even talk about that nightstick in all the places it's been.
Who knew Eminem was into puppet porn? Now that's what you find out on the Fear and Fascination podcast.
Exactly.
Then again, Paul's has never been back, so maybe it wasn't a good idea. I don't.
Well, you were in Kendrick Lamar's video, Billie Eilish, so apparently other people are into puppet porn. So let me ask you, Alan. I'm curious what Amy and Jennifer think about this too. Why are people scared of clowns? Because I'm not. I've dated clowns. I love them. I'm
not scared of clowns.
But they are.
How about you, Amy? No, very true. There's a lot of people. What is it? Chlorophobia? Chlorophobia?
I think
that's what it's called. Something like that, right? Fear of clowns.
I never have really been afraid of clowns at all either. I don't know. It depends on the way they look though. Some if they're too creepy, then I don't know. But not really.
Kind of like killer clowns from outer space type of shit. Like really fucking
dark
creepy ass shit.
It bothers me a lot.
Some people are completely freaked out.
Oh wow!
I actually did a podcast where I went in. I had to go in there. This is way before pandemic, and so I put on my outfit, and both the girls were very afraid, but they saw me get dressed, put on the stuff, so they were okay then. But some people. But then again, there's some freaks out there that want to have sex with Punchy, and who's Punchy to say no?
Well, tell us about punchy groupies. Come on, now we're talking.
Punchy groupies.
Punchy groupies. Woo!
Well, Punchy always keeps saying, especially since Punchy 3, he calls them beazunnies. Now, I'm not sure if he's talking about boobies or what, but it was never explained to me. But he always says beazunnies, which I'm taking as bunnies. But I don't know. Punchy's kind of a freak sometimes.
I love it.
There was talk for a bit, and we'll see what happens now when Punchy comes out of these festivals. Of anybody that wanted to come, we were going to get a group picture with Punchy and all the clowns that dress up. So that's still a possibility. But like I said earlier, I'm not seeing a lot of popularity with Punchy. Where I am like the Wedding Singer, the wrestling, even Billie Eilish. So I don't know. I'm
very true.
I pay close attention to what people want, what they're after, and it's the marketing of me.
I hate to tell you, Jennifer, but Eminem, Billie Eilish, and Adam Sandler are slightly more popular than Punchy the Clown. But
way more. But since this was a horror and sci-fi podcast, kind of had to go with that leaning.
Well,
and I know you love Punchy.
I think you're a Punchy little groupie. Deeper for you.
I am. I'm a Punchy groupie.
My very first music video was Marilyn Manson.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That isn't freaking freaky as hell.
Disposable Teen. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
It was a little intimidating because he would sit there and just stare at me. And I'm like, dude, I will fucking knock you out. Homie, don't play that game.
What the fuck was he staring at you for?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he was standing on stage, and I was part of the security force, and I was the lead stormtrooper. But he would just sit there and be like, whoa, okay. And that didn't help.
I think he had a boner.
He might have.
He loaded.
He's a Punchy groupie.
Even before Punchy.
Oh, okay, that was before Punchy. He just knew. He saw you, and he said, "I see a hot clown."
Yeah.
I don't know. A hot clown.
Yeah. Hot clown.
Now, one of the best, I'll tell you a little Punchy insight. Punchy was going to get a girlfriend in the next Punchy movie, or the next Killjoy movie that never happened.
Right.
Punchy was going to be so excited, he's jump on top of her and come up with 2 implants going,
yes! That would have been awesome.
That would have been
awesome.
For a horror film, this is perfect. And Punchy, he finally gets a girlfriend and she explodes because he jumps on her.
And then you could twist the implants into like balloon animals.
Yeah.
Yes, dude, that perfect idea. We need to bring Killjoy back to life to bring Punchy. Yes, dude, we need to do this.
Any talk about a Punchy spin-off?
We don't feel Punchy is strong enough, which I agree with.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, when you watch Killjoy, Killjoy, I remember the first time I saw him in China, and I'm like, holy crap, this guy is good.
Yeah.
But the whole character he brings, Punchy's, lower key, not so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was playing him as a dumber clown, and the director's like, no, you're not dumb. You're just a little slower than everybody else because you're just learning the clown trade. But, we all agreed that Punchy probably isn't strong enough. We did talk if we got like a Batty Boop type of character that was stronger. Because, face it, girls sell, tits and ass sells, cute face, all that stuff, that sells. Punchy, no, not so much. So if that happened, then maybe Punchy could be the right-hand person to, her. But, we've never crossed that bridge. We've talked. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about bringing Punchy back and how we're going to do it, which way's best, things like that.
Right.
So.
And you're in
it's still in the works. You never know.
You're in an upcoming Clowny movie, but it's not playing Punchy. It's playing a cop, I think.
I'm playing the chief of police there. And that's the guy also, Joseph Kelly, that's doing Palm Motel.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy. He's such a nice guy.
When I met him, it was like the 3rd or 4th time we had met. I brought up that I was Punchy and interested in bringing him back. And so we had many conversations. We ran the whole legality of it by him. He checked it out, and that's why Punchy is now in Palm Motel 3.
Fuck yes.
I haven't
That's
seen
what
the
I'm talking
script,
about.
so I don't know. And if you saw it from my social media, I had one of the clown girls. Oh shoot, I can't think of her name now. But she got humongous, boob, breasts, and I'm thinking that might be the one where I come up with the implants. Even though
That would be
That would be
awesome.
but
Yeah, that would be good.
she's on a different clown team than I am, so
Okay.
I'm not sure. But we sent those pictures to Joseph Kelly to hey,
Nice.
what about this? So that's
Oh,
what he
yeah.
said. She's on this team and you're on the Alpha Clown team. So
Throw out Mark's idea there about the implants and then twisting them into balloon animals, because I think that'd be a seller. That's like comedy and horror kind of a combination. I love it.
Well, I agree.
Only if you pay me.
Right? We're gonna pay him for
What?
the idea. Fuck yes.
We've got this on tape.
Exactly.
Now-
It's on film.
Now, are
That's
these
right.
punchy groupies? Are these punchy groupies in clown costume or in their regular clothes?
both.
Good.
Some are just freaky.
So, how so?
Oh, if I could tell you, I would. But yeah.
Clown code.
Non-disclosure.
That's a whole
Clown
other show.
code.
I dated a clown once. It was a little disappointing because she took her clothes off and her feet were normal size. But other than that, I did a show called Sex Life on Epic, where I talked about my sex life for 45 minutes. That joke's the only thing they aired. But it was a whole episode about clown sex. And have you had clown sex, Al?
That's funny.
That's a yes.
Yeah.
He's had clown sex. We love it.
I can't say a word.
I'm just saying, who hasn't, right? Who hasn't?
Oh, do tell.
Hey,
I've
I'll
had
tell
sex.
you one. Now you opened the Pandora's box. Let's
I've
I
had
did.
sex-
I did.
I've had sex with some
Where's the door
clowns,
again?
but I can't
Oh,
say
haven't we
they
all?
were. Just saying. What? No, sorry.
Hey, Al, what's Killer Pizza? Well, that's coming up for you. What is that?
I'm not really sure. I play the chief of police in that one also. The lady, the husband and wife, I think it's their daughter or daughter/stepdaughter. She wrote the thing. I think she's 13 or 14.
Oh wow.
So, but
Okay.
they approached me about doing it, and they were afraid. God, you probably want too much money. I go, make me a fair offer. That's all I ask.
Okay.
No, I'm not looking for thousands of dollars to do this. Let's just make me a fair offer and let's work this out. Because I'm just one of those guys. I'm happy to work. I took my retirement just as the pandemic was hitting. I wasn't sure what to expect out of it because I was doing really well at the time with all my work. But I thought, I got a bad feeling. And boy, am I happy I did, because I don't need to work again. I just love to work. And I'm happy to be picking up parts here and there and doing the cool things I get to do.
That's awesome.
So I don't know
That's
anything
amazing.
about Killer Pizza. I haven't seen a script. So we'll see.
Hell yeah.
You'll get some pizza groupies.
That could be.
Those are the best kind of groupies.
That slip and slide thing could be working there.
Nice.
Reading between the lines.
But when you go down to eat the pizza afterwards, it's even better.
Well, depends. No, no.
Amy's got her tongue in her cheek right now. She's salivating.
I'm getting hungry. Yeah,
Ah! That's what she said.
hey.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
other than that, that's kind of the main things I have coming up is those two movies. And, Punchy will be coming out, like I said, in September. He'll be working over in Nevada, so that's going to be extremely hot. And
Hell yeah.
so that should be out by the end of the year. And Killer Pizza, I believe that's filming sometime in the fall, so that may not be out until next year. But happy to be a
Right.
working actor.
That's awesome. That's freaking awesome, dude.
That's cool.
And when
Have
are
you ever?
coming, when are you
Go ahead.
coming back to Hollywood?
Yeah, I would like to come back every fucking day of my life because it sucks here. Just gonna say.
And
You
you
were so
just
excited.
figured that
You were
out?
so excited about moving.
Not really. Not really. I really didn't want to move, to be honest with you. I did not want to leave because I fucking love Los Angeles. It's my favorite city in the entire world, and the only reason we moved was my parents are elderly. You know, they're in their 80s now. I don't know how much more time I have with them. I have a grandson now. Just saw him running around. And, you know what I mean? So, and my daughter kind of needed me a little bit. And then it's expensive as fuck to live in Maine. I mean, in California. So it's kind of like just a few things. You know, I figured once we got our shit right, then we can come back.
Right.
You know, which our things are starting to take off way more. So I think, you know.
And it's a transition from your grandchild. I would be loath if I did not mention the credit that you have, which I have not seen, but I'm going to definitely look out for it after I get out of here. The playing the Leather Daddy on the Eric Andre show. You did not get typecast as the Leather Daddy. But I don't know how that happened.
That's hot.
Leather Daddy, and luckily my leather pants from The Wedding Singer still fit because I wore my own leather pants.
Oh, nice.
And they still fit. In fact, I wore them here about a month ago, so I'm not too fat to get in that pants yet. I'm happy with that. But yeah,
good.
I had a little bit of a problem getting my leg high enough because I picked his desk apart. Yeah.
So the same pants that you wore protecting Billy Idol in the Wedding Singer are the same pants you used to kick Eric Andre's desk as a leather daddy on the Eric Andre show.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it.
Welcome to Hollywood.
It's a full circle. It's a full
This is
circle
what
moment.
you're missing, Jennifer.
I know. I'm missing all the fun.
Well,
All the parties at James Balsamo's and
all you clown groupies.
Joe Castro's.
If you all you clown groupies, if you pay enough money, you might be able to sniff those pants at the next convention.
Throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Rub one out while holding Al Burke's pants. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Jennifer didn't mention that when we did this red carpet, we were matching attire that night.
Yes. We were.
Yeah, well,
That was badass.
we had leopard print on different parts of our body, shall we say?
Okay.
We won't say where.
Yeah.
Now, Al, were you there for the Raven von Slender 2 premiere at the Chinese Theater where they played Raven von Slender 1?
Ugh, that was annoying. Sorry.
Remember that?
TCL, you fucking suck because I really wanted to see the second one. God damn it.
I did see the second one. They
Did
had
ya?
another premiere
Well,
later.
I know, which I couldn't make it to that one, which fucking sucked. I really wanted to go. I was like, God damn it.
I actually like the second one better myself, personally. But,
Yeah?
I've had people disagree. Some people like the first one, some people like the second one, which means they're both good.
Man.
I mean, it was funny because we're sitting there watching and going, this looks familiar.
I know. Remember, we were sitting in the movie theater going, wait,
Familiar.
what the fuck? I think I've seen this before. Why do I remember all these scenes from November? Because
Yeah,
it was November and then February.
I thought it was a different cut, and they were going to show the second movie afterwards. But no.
I know, right? I
Or
was
lead
like,
into it or something. I don't know.
we're like, what the fuck? Sorry,
Well,
we don't have it.
I guess they brought the wrong drive, is what happened.
Right.
Oh, fuck. Oh, damn it. Well, it was still a
So-
fun night, you know, especially down at the bar afterwards, you know. A sci-fi themed bar.
Yeah.
Star Wars. That was badass.
The
See,
scum and
we
villainy.
can live that every day here. You can't do that in Maine.
No, I can't. I can dress
Well, what you
up
can do in
then.
Maine, what you can
Yeah.
do in Maine is pick up a copy of Raven von Slender 2, which Al Burke is in. And,
Yes.
$5.
Exactly.
And,
Right.
yeah.
Fuck yes.
Well, I was in
And
Damn
high
right.
school.
I'm gonna get them both. I'm gonna get them both. gonna get them both.
Mog the Meeker.
Yeah. Yep.
Talk about horror
You filmed
stories.
you filmed that around the time you filmed The Curse of Von Dutch, Brand to Die For, where you played a bailiff.
Yeah.
Is there a
Right.
Curse of Von Dutch? I had no idea. I just thought nobody wore it anymore.
I haven't seen it. It's like a lot of the stuff. We just move on. If we're lucky.
That's
enough
just
to-
wrong.
He's not playing a clown in that. He's playing a bailiff. I mean, he plays tons of bailiffs and cops.
Yeah.
Bailiffs, cops. He's like, I've done it already.
It pays off.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's one that gets you the most work. So, I mean, if that's what's getting you work, then,
Probably close to 100 jobs a year as a cop
that's fuck, yeah.
in the entertainment business. So I can't complain at that at all. Believe me.
Not everybody can say that they're working consistently in Hollywood like that.
Now, why do you think you got typecast as cop? Is it the mustache? Is it just the size? Or
I think it's a combination of
It's a combo.
all this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, this has to be cut off here, the mustache, to be legal in almost every single department out there, including LAPD. I think there's 2 guys left. There were 3. It was like a couple of years ago that had the big mustache. They're all 3 motor officers. I guess they were all 3 part of the God Squad back in the day when they went in, killed everybody, and let God sort it out, walked away. Everybody's scared to death to even talk to them.
Oh, wow.
Well, these are guys that have been on the force for 30, almost 40 years. And I guess one lieutenant, fresh out of the academy, kind of thing, hey, what the fuck do you want? Sorry. And he walked away. And it's like, yeah, everybody's scared of these guys because, they take no shit.
That's awesome. Fucking love it.
Wow.
But Hollywood loves this big mustache, so it's kept me working all these years. It's been like 8 years I've been doing the top stuff with this. And
That's awesome.
it's been my bread and butter. I can't complain.
Fuck yeah.
And plus, I gotta admit, women kind of like it too for some reason.
It's the
Flavor saver.
stash.
Flavor
saver. Yeah, it's the stash. Women like a mustache. They like that like the hair like you have and Mark with that hair with the like this.
Yeah.
Fuck
the
yeah.
goatee
Sexy.
thing.
Sexy.
Especially if you're playing.
Oh, at first I
I
thought
know where this is going.
I thought he was going to do the Deliverance theme, but no, he changed.
Oh, that's not
that
good. Squeal like a pig, boy.
You got a birdie now.
You got a purty mouth.
Either that or you bring him home and, this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow. Remember that?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Let's follow me. A little controversy.
Yeah.
Damn right. Fuck
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
Slim Shady, goddamn right.
Yep.
My favorite rapper of all time.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Him
Well,
and the DMX.
I think by default, I don't know if she likes any other rappers. So
No, I love DMX. I love KRS-One. I love E40. I love a lot of different artists in that genre. I have many. Beastie Boys are fucking huge for me. Like, there's a lot of good ones out there.
speaking of that, how chaotic was it making the Childish Gambino "This Is America" video, which was just, I mean, it was so intricately choreographed and it just blew up and became so viral.
It was. Sadly, they gave me bad direction because they were watching it later. He goes, "I'm the only one that's killing people here. You got him beating up a black guy. No, you already shot it. They got me hitting the guy up and so my part got cut from that. So I just did driving. But seeing it all come together and realizing like, oh shit, this is going to be pretty huge. So yeah, cool stuff, big times, and just another monster music video to my credit.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I mean, the way they filmed it was so. I mean, so it had to be so precise. I filmed a music video a couple weeks ago, and I know that was technical. That's at the lower scale. This one, because it had to look like it was in one take, and it was just a lot of camera moving.
It was almost like the camera never stopped and just went from scene to scene to scene to scene. And yeah, you know, but that's the great part of movie making and making videos and stuff. But, you know, part of the reason I go back and do student films is because they're thinking outside the box. They're not all locked. You got to do this, then we got to do that. You know, they're making these big monster moves, so that's kind of cool. And we saw the same thing with Childish Gambino, and it was very cool. I mean, we pay close attention, even though we may not be in front of the camera, watching what they're doing, how they're doing it. And it's lessons learned. So when I have to be in charge of stuff, it's like, okay, that makes sense of doing it that way. I like that. I want to do that myself sometime in the future.
And when's that going to happen? Are you going to get into directing and writing?
I already directed one movie in Africa.
Oh, wow.
Are you familiar with the Machine Gun Preacher movie starring Gerard Butler?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm friends with the real Machine Gun Preacher.
Oh,
I've
wow.
been to Africa twice, and I filmed King of Darkness over there, which is a faith-based vampire movie happening in Uganda. And I used all Ugandan people. The movie is done. The problem I'm having is nobody's willing to buy it because we have no big stars because I used all people from Uganda.
Oh.
I made this for the Machine Gun Preacher. He's probably not real happy because it hasn't sold, but believe me, I'm still working on it. I've got a lady right now that she has multiple possibilities. But I directed. I actually one day called a meeting with all the actors, and I said, now I know why everybody says they hate acting. You suck. I says, how many want to go to Hollywood? Everybody goes, me. I go, I'd fire you all in the first 5 minutes because you're lazy. Show me you really want to go. The best day of work I had that whole movie. The next day, it's a different culture over there and everything. But yeah, I did it. It's not my passion. I'm not. I would rather, like I said earlier, I want to be the guy that you see him everywhere. You have no idea what his name is because he's in all this stuff, little parts. I'm happy with that.
You're that guy.
Yeah.
He is that guy for sure.
You have no idea who he is. We just saw him last week, and he wasn't in something the week before. And I want to be that guy, and I think that's what I modeled my career after. I'm very happy with what I've done.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You have any other questions you guys want to ask before we wrap things up, or?
Well, one more question. We got to do it because if somebody's gone this far, they got to know. Of all your celebrity encounters, who was the biggest dick?
The biggest what?
The biggest dick. The biggest jerk. And not the director of Killjoy, I understand, but somebody a little more high profile than that.
Well, actually, the director of Killjoy is great. The owner is.
Okay, I got you.
I would say Eminem on the first video.
Really?
If you listen to the video, he talks about Debbie. He's like, fuck you, Debbie, and stuff like that. It was a very dark time. And then it was like 18 months, 2 years later, I did Ask Like That. Much different person. Very nice. So I contributed that time to, he was in a very dark place.
Yeah.
The next time he wasn't.
Okay. So it was just situational.
Moody guy.
I've been lucky. For the most part, everybody's been nice. Somebody just talking about Morgan Freeman, and I worked with him in High Crimes, and I was actually supposed to be specific got in after leaving my bar. The director on that was also African American, and he was, you got a black man yelling at a white woman in your biker bar. You ain't happy. But he goes, you don't touch him, you just give him a look. So when he leaves here, he gets in an accident, and I want everybody to suspect you. And unfortunately, they cut it up too much where it didn't ever thing. But he bumped into me, and he was playing drunk. But what a professional! He didn't go to his trailer. He sat there in the car and studied his life. He could have gone back and relaxed. He didn't. A very nice man. So I've been with a lot of really big people like that, and Bruce Willis. I mean, I've heard horror stories about Bruce before he got sick. Nice as could be. So I really, I haven't been encountered by a whole lot of assholes in this business.
Great.
That's good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It seems to me
That's
that
good to hear.
the bigger the star, the nicer they are.
Not always from what I hear, but I mean, I have been told everybody's told ahead of that. You cannot look at them. Look any other way. Don't look at them.
Oh wow!
Certain ones.
Yeah,
certain ones are like that.
No,
certain ones, yeah, like David Boreanaz from Bones and Buffy and stuff. He's kind of like that. Certain people like don't look at you.
Yeah.
Well,
like what the fuck?
Reviews, she's like that. He's the right guy.
Definitely. Don't look at me until I'm naked. Yeah. I know what you're laughing about, Miss Amy. You're next.
And if she's naked, you'll be forced to look her in the eye. You don't want to look anywhere else.
I always look to
Kidding, of course.
I don't. You get that quick glance. Get the quick glance down. Okay.
No, I'll ask you to give me a show. Wow, look at this.
Nice. Love it.
Okay.
Hi,
How did I get in this? How come I got in this?
Got the sultry songstress all hot and bothered.
You better get your round nose and your big shoes.
Oh wait, I know it works for you.
Clown porn. All right.
Those little pants ready.
I've done Santa porn, but not clown porn.
Ooh, Santa porn. Oh, that's a whole nother world.
So I have girls that want to, do scantily clad riding Santa. But it's only been for photos. But I actually had one that she had a full-on orgasm right on my back, and yeah, I got wet as shit.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. I love it.
But yeah, she got the picture she wanted. And I'm like, okay, I'll go. But yeah, she got the quivers and the shivers, and I got the rest.
Sounds like my days running a swingers club. Anyway.
Al in the swingers club?
No, I don't remember Al at the swingers club. I think I would remember him. I keep
a very low profile on my unless we're walking the red carpet there.
Well, right? No. Any other questions, Amy?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
I don't know. Amy's still blushing.
I am.
All right. I want to thank Al Burke very much for being on the show tonight. Your career in the industry is just vast. You have many credits to your name, both in horror, sci-fi, and many other realms. So thank you so much for being a fucking amazing guest and for just being so prolific in the industry. I mean, seriously.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Al, do you have any conventions coming up?
Yes. Do you have anything coming up that you like conventions?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I have is the Clown Motel 3 is next and stuff. I am going to Connecticut at the end of June. For a Star Trek type of convention.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I was in a couple of episodes of Star Trek Enterprise, the TV show. So, and I had 3 different weapons in that episode, in one of the episodes. So I'm having 2 of the 3 remanufactured for sale. And that's the only way you can get my picture with that weapon is by buying the weapon. So we're making a very limited release and stuff. I also got like a WrestleCon coming up. I think that's like in November or December.
Hell
So
yeah.
that's in North Carolina, and I got another con coming up in New York, outside of Buffalo.
Oh, nice. Talk about cons and being
my
a
manager
cop.
keeps booking me on this stuff.
Yeah. That's good.
If you remember the movie The Wrestler, remember the movie The
Yeah.
Wrestler with Jimmy, whatever.
Mickey Rourke.
He
Yeah.
was playing this down and
Yeah.
out wrestler. He had to sell his pictures to make money. I didn't want to be that guy. I don't want
Right.
to be the last ditch. I love being a working actor, but now that
Yes.
I've done so much, everybody's like, "Well, can you bring the punching master? Can you do this? Can you do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I can get into this new phase of my career as doing the cons. I love talking to the fans and stuff, and, especially when you." I actually had a guy 2 conventions ago, 2 autograph sessions ago, that was crying because he had seen me in the wedding singer and saw I was going to be there. He was actually tearing. And he was like, "This is so cool." And his girlfriend or his wife, whatever she was, bought him the autograph picture and stuff.
That's really good. That's really
But,
good.
things like that you realize. I mean, I think I told you way back when I when I got the script from The Wedding Singer, I thought, oh, God, what a chick flick. But the number of guys that really like it really amazes me and still does to this day.
Because that's a great scene. That's like one of the most iconic scenes in the whole movie.
That is, even the whole movie, a lot of guys really like it. And I think they can relate to Adam doing a song about, fucking shoot me now or whatever. And when he tells his girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend, take off that shirt before you make the band break up, I mean, there were so many iconic lines throughout that whole movie. It was pretty cool.
Yes,
but
it was.
But yeah, I understand why it's so popular now. And I mean, friends still give me crap about it. Like, it's on every week. I'm so sick and tired of seeing your ugly face. Blah, blah, blah. Like, hey, thank you. Residual checks keep coming in.
You're just fucking jealous, bitch. That's what I'd say to him. You're just jealous. You wish you were me. You just wish you were me.
Yeah. And when that residual check comes in and I go to the bank and cash it, you think about me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I won't be thinking about you.
Exactly. Perfect way to think about it.
Yeah. No, I'm very blessed in what I get to do, and I was in wrestling. Now I am as an actor and a stuntman. I'm just very, very happy with all that I've done, and I just keep working at it.
That's great. I love it. That's just really good that you have that length of business. Like you keep going, longevity in the industry. Not everybody has that. I
think a lot of people maybe shoot too high, or they have a expanded view of themselves. They think they're a lot bigger than they are. Yeah. I'm just blessed. I tell people I have never ever taken one acting class, not one. But yet I've got like over 1,000 credits. Why? Because I'm a character. You tell me to be this character, I figure it out, and I do it.
Right.
Being the cop, I can play a cop, in my sleep now. I can give you your Miranda rights. I can call a courtroom to session. I can do all this stuff. I've done it so many times, but I still love it.
That's
when
great.
I can show up on something like the Universal lot or the MGM lot or Paramount, I still get chills. I mean, who gets to do that? This is cool shit, people.
Right.
And I'm blessed that I get to do it every day if I choose to.
You're living my dream life, Al. You're living my dream life.
Well, we started on the red carpet, but you ran away from
I know. I'm sure I could have been in some James Balsamo's movies by now.
Easily.
maybe even Kelly's movies, or because I know all these guys. Williamson, the guy his last name's Williamson. I know him too. Like, there's a few guys in the industry. You know what I mean?
Ferguson. There's
there's a few of them.
There's a whole independent horror community.
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
with my former podcast, I got to know a lot of them, and it's great.
Yeah.
There's a little infighting, but everybody's just, I mean, they just kind of float around, and Al
Yeah.
is in the middle of it.
Yeah,
Exactly what I'm saying.
it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
very
Nobody,
small,
nobody messes with Al.
it's a very small world out there, and we keep crossing paths, and we'll meet somebody new. Like, God, I'm surprised we haven't worked together before, but
Right?
we'll see you again.
And I'm very fortunate to know all of the different players in this. You know what I mean? Like between the actors, the directors, filmmakers, screenwriters. Like I know so many people in that industry, just horror and sci-fi, and I've managed a few of them. You know, Ozzy Capri, it's Samantha Hobson. Now I have to remember to say her name right. Samantha
Actually,
Hobson.
she just hit me up on Facebook or Instagram, I think.
Yeah, I used to call her by a different name, and I don't call her that anymore. I'm going to call her by the name she wants to go by, Samantha Hobson, and you know, many other people in that world. Unfortunately, I've hung out with Andy Dick too many times, and his name is appropriate, definitely, Dick. Sorry. Too many stories about that. Anyway.
And James Balsamo uses that dick.
Yeah. Too funny.
Oh.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Al, for being on the show today. We really appreciate you for being the first guest on our inaugural episode of Fear and Fascination, Horror and Sci-Fi Unleashed. Thank you to everybody out there for watching the show today. We really appreciate you. Thank you to all the punchy hoes. Thank you to sorry. Thank you to all the people who want to get thank you to all the people out there who want to get thank you for all the people out there who want to get punch drunk. No, just kidding. Too many bad puns. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for being on the show today. Thank you so much to Dark Mark for being here with us. Appreciate you. He's our
punchy hose. Follow
yes.
me, Goth Comedian, on all
yes,
social media.
yes. Go check him out. Fuck yes.
I will take Al's seconds. Yes. Go
Sloppy
right
seconds. Fuck yes.
I did not say that.
Swingers.
You must have been a biker in your past life, because we all do sloppy seconds.
Yeah. And we're going to leave that alone. And thank you so much to the sultry songstress, Amy Bowman, for being on the show with us. Thank you so much. Everybody out there in entertainment land, have a wonderful, safe weekend. We will see you next week when we have... Who the fuck do we have on? No, I was gonna, I gotta say, I've already got our books booked here. Next Saturday, we'll have G. Larry Butler on the show. Ooh. Actor, producer, and director. The week after that, on the 15th, we're going to have Justin Symbol. He does a lot of music in that world. The week after that, we're going to have Kadrol Shaona, the queen of the paranormal. That's on the 22nd. The 29th, we're going to have Tracy Coco. Hell yeah, from Star Trek. She played 15 different aliens, goddammit. And then Saturday, June 6th, we're going to have James Balsamo coming on. All Fuck right. Yeah, I know, I'm excited for that one. Saturday, June 20th, we got Sandy Johnson, who played the original Judith Myers from the 1978 classic Halloween. Ooh. Very excited for that one. And then we have famous horror author Sasha George will be on the show Saturday, July 27th. So very excited. Speaking of Samantha Hobson, that'll be August 17th, right before her birthday that we like to celebrate every year. And then we got special effects makeup artist Joe Castro will be on the show Saturday, August 31st. So we've filled in most of our dates, people. We only got a few left for the one for July and a couple in August to fill. So you want to jump on? Jump on. All right. All right. Thank you so much. Go
You
for it.
mentioned Joe Castro. He's actually doing
Yeah.
all the special effects in Clown Motel 3.
Fuck yes.
Then they're gonna be good.
He's the man. Yes. That man is one of the most amazing. And we're gonna.
Well, why aren't you coming out to play in Clown Motel 3?
I should.
You should.
That would be fucking fun.
Joseph Kelly.
Woo!
We need to book Jennifer
I know, right?
and Dark Mark on the movie.
Yes, Dark Mark. Dark Mark. All right, thank you guys for being here tonight. We appreciate you. You guys have a great, safe weekend. We'll
Good night.
see you next weekend. Bye.
Bye.